G'day gang, pretty honest old VS Commodore here with a good old faithful. Thanks bud. Under this somewhere. Come on mate. We know Holden's like the back of our hand.
Yes.
3.8 litre. Never fail, do they? Well, this one's, I'm going to place your bets. Wait till we start this thing up. You have a guess of what might be the problem. And my buddy's just shown me. I should have known. It's a VR, look. It's where the neck is.
This
the
is definitely VR.
Others got over here and it's a totally different, well, it's a similar thing, but you know. So, well, hopefully this will fire up. There you go.
What do you think? I can exhaust this side. You feel it over there, yeah?
Feels like I want some water pump too. So what do you think it is? A head gasket? Exhaust manifold? Spark plug loose? All those things will sound like that, won't they? Oh, I think we're going to pull the head off myself. But I think the head gasket's crooked. It supposedly had a head gasket on it 2 years ago, or head gaskets. But I'm going to pull this side off and start looking around and see what I can see. Okay, so when I look down there, I see a lot of exhaust soot-like stuff around that exhaust bolt right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the plugs out of it. That'll ensure that it was not a loose plug. And then I'll get down underneath, we'll undo the flange, and then I'll pull the exhaust manifold off it. We'll have a look at that before we pull the head off it, huh? I think that's the plan. Well, it's the first plug I pull out. Let's see what we can see here. I see a bit of water. Can you see it glistening on there? I don't know if you can. Yeah, okay. We'll go on. So I was about to drain the coolant. I don't think she needs to drain it. I think it's just drained itself. Yeah, it's been a long time since that head's been off. I think maybe if this was at Holden, I don't. It's hard to tell. There's just so much grub stuff around it. It's just hard to believe this had a head off it 2 years ago. Anyway, oh, it does need a water pump. And this is a relative of the boss's, so they just want to do it as cheap as possible. So it looks like it'll be a one-cylinder head job. The car's a little bit too good to just dump, but it's not quite good enough to dump a whole lot of money into. Yeah. I don't know if I've ever shown you these pliers before. You should get some. It makes a job. Put them around the right way. Makes the job easy. Just like that. The manifold's off it, and yeah, she suffered. She suffered the fate that they all do. The gasket, manifold gasket anyway. And I don't think this has had a head gasket. I'd say it probably had a valley cover gasket put on it, manifold gasket, because that just does not look like 2 years. No. Well, now I'm really confused because they just look way very clean, don't they? I don't know. Oh, that's a bit sus. Good gap on that one. That one looks alright. That looks a bit sus. Let's have a look into that. It looks like it's moved. Really? Anything off centre there? Maybe this one? Well, have a look. And there we go. Right there. Shears kaput. Number 2 cylinder, and it's also blown through here. You can see we've had an issue there. We look at the cylinder head. My torch. Yeah, that's where he was blown. It's had a little seal there. It's had an issue there. That's through the middle. So I guess we might send it to get skimmed. Get them to do a cut. Look how rough that is. That's a really harsh cut, that. I think the gasket's actually just given up. We'll pull it off, and have a look. See what it's got. Certainly looks like it's been on there longer than 4 years. I mean 2 years. Try and get it off without wrecking it too much, so we can have a squizzy. Come on, bugger, off you come. Come on, there you go. There she's gone there. Look at it, look at the way the gasket's all smooshed out. It's like it's just given up on life and said, no, I don't want to play. Looking at that, I'd say we'll be alright with that. And we'll get that cylinder head machined, I think. Put a new gasket on it, new valley cover, and the family freebie will be done. Again, I've got to say, under normal circumstances, I've never seen that happen on one of these engines. Very unusual, very unusual. Well, that's about as far as I can go being a Friday afternoon. We can't get the service till Monday. I put a new pump on there, a water pump on it. I've just put a kit through the steering pump. It was leaking under here and in the back plate. So I put a bearing seal kit in the water pump. Happy days there. Yeah, that's it. Have yourselves a good weekend. I'll see you Monday, but I'll put this back together, eh? Cheers, have yourselves a good one.